A lot of things have happened since my last streams of this. I've lost all of the old stuff. Thank God, something reason, I've still got all the things. Now, welcome to Prison Architect. There's been a few updates. Quite a few things from my last stream. This is my brand new map. I don't turn that off again, for fuck's sake. So yeah, there's been quite a few things. So welcome to the new prison. Now I'm planning on getting a new update. That will happen. So don't you worry about that before you ask, or if anyone asks. Yes, that will be streamed. I'll be streaming Gangs and the Perfect Storm, maybe. So current DLCs I've got is the Island one, which gives me helipads and gives me fucking well, these dudes who carry machine guns and fucking tear up riots. I have the vegetable lot, which I'm using for all the food in this prison. Now, this is one of my new prisons, which is built. And there's a death. The trick in this is I have to drink every time someone fucking dies in a day. Oh, fuck's sake. Starting this off strong. I'm already going to be pissed by the end of this. Is it a guard? No, it's not a guard. Oh, thank God. So, three things. Was it this guy? Oh, he died. We'll get onto this in a minute, what this is. Alright, so this is my newest prison, which has actually the first one I've built in this sort of way, which has an actual like security and a tower in the middle, which is every camera in here is controlled by a camera guy here, so he can monitor this entire room. So we have a couple wings, and we'll get into all this shit later. This is I'll explain why that's here, why he's locked in like that, and what all this is about in a bit. Alrighty. So first of all, when you come through this hallway, which is a long hallway, this place is walled by a moat, because my knowing of a prison architect is, like, if you didn't know this, here's a meta, well, a shitty meta. If you build a lake about this big, they won't dig through it. You can avoid having tunnels dug. But prisoners here know that if they dig through this, they can get out. So they try and dig up this way. So there's a few things. The first few rows. So in here is everyone below maximum. So minimal, normal standard prisoners, and the maximum as like higher danger of prisoners who probably murdered someone and got a lighter sentence, are all in this wing, which contains the cafeteria, which contains the medical centre, a common room, a chapel, a library that's no one ever fucking works in. I think one guy works in it, and I've never had a person work since. A shop where everyone wants to work, and then some nice cells, and then we've got the overflow cells where we just like shove you in. Next stop, across the hallway from that, we've got two offices which are never used, which are like the psychologist and the other one, and basically no one bothers. And I'm like, for fuck's sake, these two are for counselling, and no one takes it. Here's the visiting room, of course, prisoner and prisoner, visitor and visitor. That way, if a prisoner goes on fucking ballistic, we can have guards just go like that and block them in. Next up, we have the library, which no one uses. The farms. So this is all the food supply of the prison is grown in the prison. So technically, that's a new feature. If someone fights off, I've got to get into shit like that, but it already shows you. So, yeah. With the prison update, they've added some new features, and one of those features is really cool. So let's go to a prisoner. Let's go to the EU. Let's go. Have you been punished? No, fuck's sake. So the new updates are you can move prisoners and you can do all this shit, which wasn't in the original game, which actually is probably really good, because you used to have prisoners yourself. Now you can. There we go. Now you can click this. You can go upgrade, choose a cell. So this is the one you want. So I can go. I want to put you in this cell, and I can click swap, and then these two should now just swap cells. and that's what you can do now, which is really useful. So this prison primarily is a really good prison from all my attempts. So we've released 112 prisoners, which is the best prison I've built for prisoners being released. It's got the highest maintained security. For a long time it was 7 for security and 7 for punishment. It went down because of yeah, I brought in some like higher level security. A lot of people have died. We've got to explain why. So I have a method. If a prisoner is going to be kicks off too much, in this prison I have a solution for that. So instead of putting them in solitary, which I have this giant block for, I will instead switch his security up to protect my let me see the word, my head goes dead. I know it's something. So you do this, we'll go up to protective custody, that's the one. Protective custody, and there'll be the option solitary. Now what I would do is he would come in here, he would get locked in here, and he would die. When he dies, the door opens and the body gets taken away, which is pretty bad, but it's a way solution. The guard's closed. Now we're watching a guard. There we go. So yeah, brilliant things. Now, a few problems I've had with this prison. So technically, soda cans. That's right, soda cans. The things that I have put in here in the checkpoint are classed as a contraband. So they come in here and then they get arrested. Fantastic. Now, the reason I will actually do my prisons, this is how you do a prison architect. You, with my system, punishment's going to be the main key. So, it's in rooms, isn't it? In rooms, we've got solitary. I have 436 solitaries. I can hold 252 prisoners. Work that out. I can work out that I can hold more prisoners than I need a cell for. How? How? Well, it's simple. You get a lot more prisoners, you switch them over to the other one, you switch them all into solitary, you put them in solitary, then you can put another prisoner in the cell, put him in solitary, you can have up to 400 prisoners. I wouldn't do it because it's too risky, because if you do it wrong, everyone dies, the prison catches fire, and then things go to hell. So my goal is to have more guards than prisoners. If you have less guards than prisoners, if they kick off, oh fuck, it's just literally oh fuck. Now there's a couple of wings that we need to talk about. This one is insanity. Currently, oh, a lot of them have been solitary, but I have more insane prisoners than I think anywhere else. I can just show you. Here's prisoners. Here's death row. We've got 4. Protective custody. We've got 2. Maximum security. Oh, we've got 29 insane convicts. We've got 34 minimum security. We've got medium security, 22, and we've got 14 maximum security. Yeah, so pretty good. We've got gangs. There's like 2 gang members, and they're both just stuck in solitary permanently. We've had 2 legal executions, 1 illegal, and all my death row got took off me. This prison has brilliant security. Now we're going to show you the new thing where it can show you what the cameras see. So my prison has brilliant surveillance. As you can see, those cones are showing you, like, I have lots. So let's speed it up so you can see. Good surveillance. Some of the best surveillance I've had in a prison in a long time in this game. 2 things that are permanent when building a prison in the prison architect. A trick is to always build your prison first. Unless you're going to make money, then you might want to build like 1 cell and have prisoners in and out and make reform like really easy. But yeah, so you want to have the prison base built first, so you have everything. So one interesting fact about these: I built the cell, I copied it, paste, 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 paste. Well, here's how you do it: you paste one side and you let the other be built. I need paste on. You trust me, you want me. There's reasons. I built a lot of things. So, for example, if we go to wiring, wiring. This is the protective custody camera room, and for the maximum security cameras, it is in a separate camera room. We've also got a wire tapper. We don't like to tap some wires. So you've seen protective custody. They've got a kitchen. They have got cameras in their cell because they're protective custody. If anything happens to them, they need to be watched. We've got one kitchen here, and then that's it. Over here it's the death sentencing. So if I have a person like Carl here who's kicked off so many times and killed a guard, he'll be sentenced to death by starvation. Now, it's not like I want to starve them, but any other method, and it's not a good idea. And you can't put any other person in death row. Simple as this lot. These are all solitaries, but this one's done enough bad shit that yeah, he's got to go. And if they kick off, well, the sniper will kill them, and that's simple. That's that. These are nice solitaries where they've been stuck forever, and that's good by me. Next up, we've got the death row. Now, death row has some of the shittest prison cells in this prison. Like, literally, they're the 1 out of 10. Because they've murdered people, I took all their rights away. Now, this is really nice. I like the white and I like the flooring. I kind of based it off, you know, like, the tiling was all to do with, like, things like Green Mile and that shit, one American shit. And I like that idea of that look of tiling. Now, I put a vent, well, a metal floor, and then a fire sprinkler. Because I tried to, how you make money if you do escape mode on this prison, or on most prisons, is you burn shit and you really rack up points. Well, yeah, I tried doing that and I realised I tried to escape my own prison. But I think I had to make my own prison easy to escape, and that wasn't easy. This prison's not easy. We won't be able to escape it one day. You could escape in 2, 3. I haven't escaped this prison yet. So yeah, that's death row. They've got the morgue up here because that's his execution. We've got a morgue over here because, you know, I need a morgue somewhere. We've got 2 pallets here. One's for the chair, and the other is this. Death row. We've got this one for insanity. Everywhere that is important has its own power. Now, death row, important facts, and you would love to see this. Death row has 2 powers, which don't touch because this game doesn't know that. We've got 2 power sources. One comes all the way from the wind turbines. So the backup energy does the farm, or it just does the farm basically. And then the backup energy keeps the lights on the death row, because that's an emergency cell, and that's why I send in a helicopter to keep them alive so they can be executed later. Now, there's things at the Mayroom workshop. I have 2 sets of scanners. The first doesn't work, the second will. Because this is where the most tools for escape are found, and Mayroom because why not? We've got a parole. Now, I have a high sense of parole, so to leave my prison parole-wise, you only have to have a 60% chance you're not going to re-offend. Which, no, it's 65 or whatever it is, % chance you're not going to escape, or want to leave, or recommit a crime, and you can leave. Which is really high, I know, but that's a good reason. It means I can take more prisoners, and that makes profit. Next up, solitary. We don't need to talk about. We all know what solitary is. It's just a little box where you get locked. Oh god, it's busy. And here's a sample of someone who's been released. He's made $158. Jesus. Alright, so I say this guy. I could actually arrest him, which is really funny. As you were leaving, you could go to bed. But yeah, this guy has been released. Let's have a look at his case. So let's stop this and have a look at his case. this is the cool thing with Prison Architect, which I like more than any other game I've ever played of a prison, is Wings to the Buyer. He served his sentence, he's been released. He did Craftsman, who was working in the shop. He's sentenced to 9 years for assaulting an officer. He has fucking hell how many wives. Yeah. Time in the prison, he spent 30 days and he's been released. Yeah, really good. Serving. Experience. Yeah, so I've got a lot of lockdown for people. He failed 2 parole hearings. That's not very good. He failed workshop safety. And he was an alcohol anonymous. But now he's released. And the thing about him is, this is what my prison's like. My goal is to release the prisoner, he be gone, and then tomorrow, like I had a thing where I went from 100 prisoners, 20 were released that day, another 20 come in, maybe even more, they get released, more come in, more get released, more come in. That's the goal of this prison. It ain't to contain anything. It's meant to be, oh, so you're done? Done. Goodbye. Yeah, that's not much I can talk about, except there's a lot of prisons. And all the food is made on site. Oh, we can get a picture. These are the collectibles in this game. Yeah, this is a pretty good map. A few problems with this map, which I've recently found out. 2 problems. 1, in a riot situation, it's alright. It deals alright. 2, I hate this map. I hate what I've built because it can be improved a lot more. But the one thing this map has good is that automatic doors. Now, there is an option in this game for automatic doors. There are 2 reasons I don't use the automatic doors. If you know what those are, we're going to automatic doors. Oh, is it just indoors? I don't remember. It's just some walls and doors. So there is something in this game called. So they've added these in. Blah blah blah. Shit. These, which are remote doors, which means no guard can open them. Brilliant. So I don't have to have guards anymore. Problem, power out. Because the power out, they cannot open the bloody door. Which is a problem in this game. Next up, I have no gates blocking the road. Which is very odd for a prison architect game. For someone not to put a gate at the top. For a car. Well, I just didn't see a point. This prison's back a bit. So, this prison has 2 perimeter walls. We have the outer perimeter wall, which is this one, because all around the sniper towers all around it. So if you take out this wall, well done. Then we have the inner perimeter wall, which is this one, which contains before the water. And then we've got the emergency wall, well, another perimeter wall, a fence, but another wall. You get my idea. I mean, we've got the perimeter wall is what it's labelled, but this one is the prison walls, because this is all to keep you in. So I've made it so no one can escape. I've had 0 escapes at 104 days, which is nearly unheard of in most prison architect games. I've had other prisons I've always built with this style of where I build lots of walls. Now, the one problem with this map is, oh no, one great thing about doing it as an architect for a long time is you realise there's meta. What I mean by meta is things you can do to reduce problems. 1 is have sniper towers and an outdoor shower. Why? Because if you build it indoors, every time someone goes for a shower, they like to shank each other. That's right, they like to stab each other. Every fucking time in the shower. Number 2, you can never have enough rooms where guards can relax. You need a lot of them. Offices, that's fine. Have a basic kitchen and then a massive. Always build a mega kitchen. Honestly, it makes things easier. It's quicker. and I always have a sniffer dog, because the sniffer dog will sniff out anything that goes wrong. I've got 2 separate storerooms here. These are the on-site ingredients from the farm. These are the fruits. Fruits never get used. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Building this prison is quite quick. But my prisons, I have a thing of building a guard room. There is a lot of guards. So if we show you this, that's how many there are. So in the case of a riot or anything happens in my prison, I have a respond group, which basically, if shit hit the fan, they'd be put in here, and then these doors would be locked behind them. And these doors are locked, but if I open it like that, the game will open it. If I lock it like that, it's locked for everyone, including them. That's what I mean. I'd lock them in properly, and then if any people did try to escape, they get shot to shit. What's happening? Oh, is he kicking off? Are you rioting? This is the funny part, is this guy's rioting. Why is that camera symbol for? That camera symbol is because this camera's seen it. The gap. But I don't care, because he's there to die. Well, thank you for the short. Thanks for being at the short video. I'll be coming out with a gang mod soon. Expect a lot of dead people in the gang mod. Also, every prisoner has traits. I didn't show that off. Biological, so they have their entire sentence, convictions, experiences, programs, so the chance of reoffending. The traits, so this guy's tough, a skilled fighter, criminally insane. Yeah. He's an insomniac. I think quite a few of my prisoners are. He's good at gardening though. And hyperactive. So yeah, there's all sorts of traits. This game loved it, and if you didn't know, it's a British game, so I'm very proud of this company. But yeah, it's such a good game. I would recommend it. But over recent years, games like this have had problems, such as no one makes games like this anymore. It's like City Skyline. No one builds those type of games where basically you just play the game and then you have fun, and then game plays, you build your city. Now, there are some things. What the fuck? Why the fuck there's a tree in my building? Someone move that tree. Why is there a tree? Why the fuck is there a tree? Please someone move that. Why the fuck is there a tree? I'm sorry, but that I've never seen a tree grow in a building before. That's broken. Now, a few things you can do in these prisons. I built my first prison was all on water, and that was before like the island mod came out. So I had to build the water. It took forever. And I had a boat for maximum security. I had at the front I had like a World War II thing with huts with open doors. I built quite a few prisons, and this is the reason you have prisoners released. You get a reward for it. So if I released all 100, so I get paid for taking in prisoners, and I get paid for prisoner release. So the thing is, if I take in 1,000 prisoners, so let's say it's a real prison, I take 1,000 prisoners, 50% of them get released the next day, I'm making a lot of money. And I can prove they're not committing the crime again. Below that. Now, there are always these things in games like this. So we've got needs. Every prisoner's need. You know, all this. We've got prison intakes. Yeah. Oh, I've clicked off it. We've got prisoners intakes. We've got regimes which you set up, so they have to follow this. I will put all free time. Doesn't work. You wish it would. Here's all my standards. So, destroying prison property in solitary 24 hours. You escape, 7 days of solitary. You attack another prisoner, a couple of days in solitary. Attack staff, 7 days in solitary. 8 to 6 days if you cause a serious injury. Being intoxicated, 2-hour lockdown. Kill someone, 7 days solitary. Possess a weapon, 7 days solitary. Possess tools, 2-hour lockdown. Drug possession, 12-hour lockdown. Narcotics, 14. Luxuries, I don't give a shit. Theft of prison property, 2-hour lockdown. Yeah. And we've got the other policies. So, meal varieties, medium, but I have a high quantity. I like to give them a lot of food. They need a lot of food. 55% cut off. All my staff have keys, which is an option you turn off. I'm so glad they haven't. These are the programs I feel finished. All my things. So I have taser trainings. If I get new guards, they get trained with a taser. I've got parole hearings, death row parole hearing. It used to be a lot more, but people weren't attending them, so I slowed it down. We've got therapy behaviour, which no one goes to. Alcohol therapy, which is actually it's full, which is one of the best ones, which has the most people trying. Brilliant. Spiritual guidance. Fuck. Like that is like, fuck. Foundation education. Oh my god, there's actually someone doing it, which is fantastic, which means he can work in the library. And have they fucking dug out again? Now, there are a few controls that you have in these games, which no one got, someone died. So, you have your cooling shift, you've got your firemen, air fire, because you're on an island one, you have air fire, riot guards, elite riot guards. Bro, so if you're on land and you land locked, you're on land, you can get the riot lot in if it's just a kickoff. On the island, you just get guns. They just shoot shit up. I bring those in, so I'd lock the whole way down with riot stuff, and then shit ton of armed guards go around clearing the place. Paramedics, air paramedics, guard response. Guard response is I click this, some guards respond. As you can see, click this again, 2 guards respond. I could have seen once, because they're the nearest. Click here, guards respond. Click again, 2 guards respond. Click again, a couple of guards respond. Get the point, it's guard response. Free fire. Switching this will mean authorising my armed guards to use lethal force, which makes my prisoners feel scared, and that's a good thing. Shakedown. I've called it off because that takes forever, but yeah, they've searched our place. Tunnel search, narcotic search are certain areas where narcotics and drugs tunnels will be hidden. Lockdown. We'll lock every door in this prison. No one moves. It will just shut the prison down. Bang up. That's exactly what it means. You bang on the prisoners back in the cell. Those are the important shit. You've got all this, like your informants, bureaucracy, gangs, which I have 2 of, which in the new DLC they can actually recruit. This is the old gang system. The new one's actually really good. I've watched shit on it and I was like, it's much better than the old one. So the old one was, you can have a gang and another gang member rejoins, and they don't recruit. But the new one, mass recruiting. Anyway, that was a quick sum up of new things and also things on the channel. So next month and likely the month after, my streaming will definitely not be happening. I'm very sorry about that. Things are happening, and yeah, if anyone has any complaints, please put in the comments down below. Sorry this video is very quick and short, but yeah, thank you for watching.